I interviewed one fan from every NFL team and asked them to give me their most optimistic prediction for their team in the 2022 season. Here are the results, and you can watch any of these interviews on a playlist on my channel. First up, the Nfc West. Yes, I am a Rams fan, and I totally believe the Rams can go 15-2, if not better. I think they're going to win a lot of games this year. Oddly enough, I think people are still sleeping on the Rams, even though they won the Super Bowl last year and arguably got better with adding Bobby Wagner and Allen Robinson. Our Seahawks fan, Squabbo, did give the lowest prediction of any fan I interviewed for this series at 5 wins. And even that seems optimistic for this Seahawks teams that looks unwatchable at times during the preseason. So I think it's going to be a tough year if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan. But clearly, you can tell the Niners, the Cardinals, and the Rams all believe they have a shot at contending this year. The NFC South. Let's address the big bird in the room. 11-6 for the Falcons is insanely optimistic. However, Big Low Country did justify it. If you watch that interview, it's a good one. I don't see this happening for the Falcons. There does seem to be a large belief in the Falcons fandom that thinks they're going to have a good year this year and turn it around despite moving on from Matt Ryan. The Panthers going 8-9 also seems a little optimistic. It does seem like this is between the Bucks and the Saints division to win. The ever popular NFC East. A lot of people are predicting the Eagles to win this division and run away with it. However, I was educated that the Commanders have an underrated wide receiving core, and the Cowboys are still a talented team despite losing key players this season. Now, will that O-line hold up? That's the question. And Giants, I do think that 7 wins is maybe your ceiling, and that ceiling is reaching. Another division with 3 teams predicted with winning records on their most optimistic scale. I do think that the Green Bay Packers having another 13-win season is maybe a little unrealistic because I think Minnesota's ready to challenge them. And I do think that losing Devontae Adams does hurt them. Does it hurt them that many wins? Probably not. The Chicago Bears winning 7 games, that will be a huge win for Bears fans. I think they would be over the moon stoked if that were to happen. And the Lions posting a winning record, I could see it happening. There's some hype for the Lions, and we'll see if they can live up to that hype this season. And of course, the Minnesota Vikings, that's a talented roster with a new coaching staff. You never know. Maybe they're the dark horse of the NFC. Our highest prediction was definitely in the AFC East. All teams were predicted to have a winning record, including the Buffalo Bills that were predicted to have a 15-1 record, the Dolphins 13-4, the Patriots 12-5, and the Jets at 9-8. I don't know. We'll see. You can let me know in the comments below if you think those are realistic, but you can definitely go check out those episodes as well. Another division that seems to be a 2-horse race between the Colts and the Titans. However, our Texans fan Dante and our Jaguars fan Andrew were able to provide some context that gave fans optimism towards this season. However, I feel like every offseason the Jaguars get a little bit of hype and then go on to only win like 1 or 2, maybe 3 games. Another division that all teams were predicted to have a winning record. This one's all teams genuinely have excitement for this season and believe they're ready to win a Super Bowl. They added so many key players into this division. This is going to be one of the greatest division races in NFL history if it lives up to the hype. I could see any of these teams winning between 12 and 13 games, absolutely. However, we all know they're not going to. And our last division is the AFC North, another division with all predictions of winning records here. I do have a hard time seeing the Browns going 11-6 because they are starting the first 12 weeks with Jacoby Brissett. I think that hurts them more than Browns fans realize. It still is weird getting used to the Bengals projected to win this division. That's all the optimistic predictions. As I said before, you can check out any of the amazing interviews that I did. They were a lot of fun to hear the rationale behind those fans' predictions. It is a playlist linked below. And thank you to all of the content creators and fans that took part of this series and people who watched it as well. It was a lot of fun to do over the summer, but I'm really glad that football is back and we can see some of these results happen and see how close they were from these optimistic projections, because let's face it, there are way more winning teams predicted than there's going to be. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next videos. Go Rams! Horns up! Peace out!